Hello everybody, welcome to my series of video tutorials about Maltego Chlorine Community Edition version 3.6.1. This is Ilo Nula speaking, and within this video tutorial I will show you what kind of information we can get from a domain entity. So let's start by dragging and drop a domain. Let's change the default value. In this case we will type google.com. So let's start by getting info from phone numbers. Imagine that we want to know which phone numbers are related to this domain. So in this case I could use using search engine, this one. I click on it, and I get these 5 phone numbers from google.com. We have using, I guess, Bing. Let me check the transform. Let's click on viewer. Yes, you can use another type of search engine such as Google, Yahoo, wherever you want. Okay, what else? What kind of information you can get from a domain? We can also get email addresses. So in order to do that, we can create a new graph. Let's drag a new domain. I'm going to use this one, paterba.com, and from here we can get email addresses. Um, for example, from whois information. Let's click on it, and once we have run this transformation, we get the whois info here from the paterba.com domain. We can see that information, and here we can see all the information from the whois, and here's the email that the transform has found within the whois information. We can also use search engines just to search emails related to this domain, to paterba.com. So in this case I will use the email address using search engine, and I get more results. This one of search engine. I can also search emails with the same domain. In this case, let's click on it, and here I have 3 more emails. This one, test3 at paterba.com, rolloff at paterba.com, and test2 at paterba.com. I get these 3 from that transform. Okay, what else? We have seen phone numbers, um, email addresses. Also, we can get entities from the whois information. Let me clean the graph. Okay. Now, in order to get entities by using Alchemy API, this an IBM company that is specialized in doing advanced dense mining. So, in this case, if we want to get more entities from whois information, we can run this transform to entities from whois Alchemy. If I click on it, I get info from whois. In this case, locations such as Florida, Jacksonville, this email address, these others email addresses, and all this information is getting from this property value from here. Say Florida, Jacksonville, admin email, and whatever. Okay, what else we can get? Well, I think that there are two main transforms that are very interesting, just to know which documents are related to this domain. Let me create another graph with this domain. So imagine that we want to know if there is any document related to this domain with an extension such as SQL, zip, or whatever. So there is a transform called to file interesting using search engine. Click configure button. Here you can change the search engine, and this is the more important part. You can set up a list of different type of file extensions separated by a comma, and you can type the extension zip, SQL, this text, backup, all MP3, WAV, whatever. And here you have a number that it stands for the priority of the type of the files that you want to get from the domain. So in this case, let's find out if we can get any document from this domain. Let's run it. And we get only one file. Let's check what kind of file is it. So in this case it's an empty set file. This is a case file entities that it's you can import this entity configuration just to use within case file. That is, there is case file is another tool from Paterra that is very useful for making offline analysis. Okay, yes, let's remove this document and let's see if this domain has office documents related to it. So in that case we can select to files office using search engine. If we click the configure button, again we can change the search engine property, and the most important is the document search set. That the same as before, we can specify comma lead separate values with the name of the file extension, columns, and a number that specifies the priority of this document. I have included 2007 Office documents for Excel, Word, and PowerPoint, and let's see what kind of documents we can get from this domain. Okay, here we go. I have all type of information. I have 20 documents, Office documents, PDF, Excel, Outlook, whatever. Then I can use. I can here, if you click the document icon within the URL, you have the information about that. This is a PDF, and also you have the URL to get that document from the site. Okay, well, what kind of info we can get from a domain? Well, we could get also website info. Let's clean the graph. Let's zoom to fit. Okay. We can also get the websites related to this domain. There are different different methods to get website info from this domain. The first one is to website quick lookup. That this transform only include 3w dot before the name of the domain, in this case 3w dot and the name of the domain. um, let's remove it. Yes, we can also use search engine just to find out what kind of websites are related to this domain. So as you can see, all these websites are related to this domain. And also I can get websites from the DNS info. So in order to do that, we can select to website DNS using search engine, and we get all the websites with the same domain: paterba.com, paterba.com, Maltego, citas.paterba.com, dev, and whatever. Okay, so we have seen phone numbers, we have seen email addresses, files, entities, websites. Let's go through DNS info, and in order to do that, we are going to change our domain. Let's clear up. Let's use another domain, in this case google.com, and we want to know from the DNS info which are the MX records. So we execute to DNS name MX mail server, and we get the mail servers. Again, we can get info from name servers. Here we go. That's our name servers. Also, we can get the DNS info by using a template with the terms that we are interested in. So in this case, if I select to DNS name interesting using DB, this one, and I click configure, you can change this value here. And we have also have to DNS name interesting using DB, click configure, and here we have all the terms that we want to search for: VPN, webmail, firewall test, SCADA, intranet, secure, CCH, whatever you want. If I run this transform, I can get the results with those terms. In that case, docs, test, VPN, in this case SSH. That is very useful if you want to find DNS info by using terms that you are interested in. What else? You can also try to make a phone transfer. Let's move this icon to another graph. So in this case, I want to make a phone transfer, and as you can see within the transform output view, in this case, this transform makes a request to name servers by using two different types of DNS query. The first one is the AXFR. This is for trying to transfer the full phone file, and also this transfer makes an IXFR just to try to make an incremental phone transfer. If I see the results, you can see denied phone transfer AXFR to name server 2 to name server 1 for free, and also all of these requests are made for full phone transfer, and for incremental again it's denied. So in this case we can not get any information from this phone transfer. In another case, you could get more useful information if the administrator has not configured very well the phone transfer system. Okay, what else I can see from DNS perspective? We can find the necessifying common DNS name, and here again we can include all these terms that I am interested in, and let's run it. And here I have mail, NS, blog, DNS, email, name server, web, admin, and all of them has the domain google.com. Okay, so again, let's copy this icon to another graph. Imagine that you want to know the SOA information from the DNS. So in this case, I can select the domain to SOA information here, and here I have the name server that is using the SOA information, and also the email related to it. Also, I can get info from server policy framework related to DNS info. This one, domain to SPF information. This one, and in this way, this domain has a property. It's the text entry. This is the entry that is included within the google.com domain. This is version 1, and here you have another server that can send emails on behalf of google.com. This is employed for from spam emails, and sometimes administrators doesn't configure very well this policy, so you can use this vulnerability to try to find out more info about the networks. And finally, there is also, let me clean the graph. I could launch a phone transfer. We have seen this functionality here in this transfer to DNS name, attend phone transfer. So I'm not going to repeat this transfer. I know that is denied from the Google side. And we have domain to DNS name schema. And if I run this transfer, I will get all these DNS info. And again, what kind of information we get from this transform? If you can see the transform output, there is a site, this one, this schema, and let's see what's the content of this schema. This is a list of terms that you can use just to try to find out DNS info related to google.com. So in this case, I mean Google or whatever. So these are all the terms that you can use to get info from it. And also you can use another schema. This is located within tasktools.paterba.com with names of planets. This is the same philosophy, so you get all that info from that. So that's all from my side. Just to summarize, the info that we can get from a domain can be summarized to We can know the phone numbers, the websites, the files, the entities, the email address related to that domain. We can find another domains with are using another top level domains. We can get DNS info. We can make a phone transfer. We can know the MX records, name server records, and whatever. And we can also search for DNS info by using terms that we are interested in. Thank you very much for your attention. If you if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, um, go ahead. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.